Good evening. Welcome to RPTV News, coming to you live on this Sunday, August 20th. We are already 20 days into August. My goodness, I can't believe it. Well, we're coming to you from the JK Auto Repair. JK Auto Repair, full-service car care provider in Ozark, Missouri, 581-2004. Make sure you give them a call. Check them out. They can take care of all your needs. I'm glad to see some of my friends already showing up here. Tony Cope, Austin Aziz, Mr. Stiver, all kinds. Man, I'm just so thrilled to have you all here every week. Twister Alley Raceway weekend wrap up. Twister Alley Raceway in Butterfield, Missouri. I say it all the time. This is absolutely, it's such an amazing track, and it's not just the track. It's the ownership. It's the people. Everything about Twister Alley Raceway is magnificent. And I was stepping back and looking at the track yesterday. It is so smooth, so well maintained, and so well run. It's absolutely a joy to go down there. Yesterday, a little bit warm yesterday, but nonetheless, it was still magnificent time there. Our sponsors, Hannah O from Home Sweet Home Realty and Associates. She can help you get that new home that you've been thinking about. 631-7657, Home Sweet Home Realty and Associates. From the time you decide till the time you get the keys and lock that door for the first time, you will absolutely love the experience of buying a home with Home Sweet Home Realty and Associates. And my buddy, there isn't a day that goes by that it doesn't seem that I'm telling somebody they have to check out Austin Aziz Racing. This show, AAA Race Show on Facebook, he does such a magnificent job, from his writing to his to the camera work, to the editing, to the show itself. Absolutely magnificent. Go over and give him a like and a follow. I promise you'll love that show. Our sponsors, Sigs and Swigs Liquor and Tobacco in Nixa, Missouri, Whistle Stop in Monette, Shiners in Aurora, Busted Still and Clever, the Trading Post in Hartville, and Seymour Liquor and Tobacco. When you're in there, tell them, say, hey, you know, old Andy, well, if he owns them, say, well, I know his older brother, old man Stagg, and he said to come in here and see you all. So they'll have, it's a great store. All of them really are. Those sponsors, plus my friends at Team Aziz, AAA Race Show, Down to Earth Lawn and Landscaping, Titans at 10-5, Larry Hunt and Al Schoenwetter, MKRA Midwest Kart Racing, that would be Kenny Foster, and the Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame. We got a lot to get to, so let's get right on it. Twister Alley Raceway, it was not quite like this view last night, but it was a clear, beautiful night, and what they call a little warm. It was a little warm yesterday at Twister Alley Raceway. But before we get to that, I have a real important birthday to mention. We apparently, one of them, you know, you get busy with all your stuff and your tracks, and you're trying to do things, and sometimes you aren't thinking a week ahead, telling me. But there was a very important birthday this weekend. Everly Grimm, this pretty little redhead, turned 1 year old yesterday. So Everly Grimm, this is the granddaughter of Chip Abramovitz, so I want to wish her a very happy birthday. This girl, I can tell you what, she's a cutie pie, and she's got red hair, so I'm going to love this little girl. I guarantee you she's going to be, for the next 5-6 years, I have a real good chance of her wanting to talk to me. After that, not so much. But for the first few years, happy birthday, Everly. I hope you had a great one. Panty race yesterday. That's right. This was the Panty race. We are a proud sponsor for the third year in a row of this. This was big news. I got a message from Brienne Darnell right after I left. Not too long after I was probably not to Frystat yet. Got a message that Danny Aziz got her first career win. I was so disappointed that I missed it, so I'll have to try to make sure that I see the next one. Danny Aziz, rookie win. Junior 1, Keaton Purvis. Junior 2, Blaine Kendall. Junior 3, the A feature, Parker Darnell. The B feature, this is something I noticed. We have, I think, 3 or 4 girls winning yesterday, so how about that? Katie Tucker in the B main. Clone 300, Emmett Neely. Clone 350, Cole Graves. Clone 400, Zachary Evans. Stock appearing, Danny Elbert. The open class, Davin Lawson. Predator Light, Chase Roberts. Predator Medium, Shelby Ormsby. Predator Heavy, Ryan Jenkins. And then in the panty races, the Clone class. This is her second win in 3 years. Jaden Davis with the win. And in the Predator class, Chase Roberts. So congratulations to all of them. Man, it was a great time. And I've got somewhere on here the pictures. And I thought that I had them. Yep, I put them in the wrong spot. That there would be Jaden Davis with her plaque. And some goofy looking old fella right there. So congratulations to Jaden. And there is a look at Chase Roberts, and he had his little man out here. That's how hot it was. It was like no shirt, just go with it. Great time there. And here is a look at little Miss Danny Aziz. I thought this was just so fantastic. Look at that crowd of support. You got grandparents here. You got the Darnells here. You've got this was let's see, Summer's dad and Summer's mom and Jeremy's parents here, and you've got some of the other kids and big brothers and stuff. Man, there's Parker Darnell and Maddie, and there's the little Darnell. Great time, and she was so stoked. Just couldn't be more proud. Look at that smile. She is, what she lacks in teeth, she is making up for in enthusiasm there. So congratulations on that first win, Danny Aziz. Now jumping backwards here to the Superstar Racing Experience. This was Thursday night, the season finale at Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. Jonathan Davenport, I kind of thought this would happen. He came in as a fill-in for that open spot that was made when they gave old Paul Tracy the boot. Not only did he come in, he came in and won. He looked really good. Brad Keselowski second, Ken Schrader third, Ryan Newman, Clint Boyer, Marco Andretti, Tony Stewart, Kenny Wallace, Elio Castroneves, who just announced here recently he'd be stopping full-time IndyCar racing, Haley Deegan, Ernie Francis Jr., and Bobby Labonte. So a big win there for Jonathan Davenport. How about that? Moving over to some of our racing from Friday night here. I may have missed a couple pictures because I was getting this together at the up till about 3 minutes ago. Salina Speedway, Friday night, IMCA classes, Sport Compact winner Alec Jeske, IMCA Hobby Stock Nicholas Ronnebaum, IMCA Northern Sport Mod Tyler Watts, Danny Holt takes the IMCA Stock Car, and Stephen Bowers Jr. in the IMCA Modified. And there's that Salina picture. North Central Arkansas Speedway, Hobby Stock class Friday night from Yellville, Arkansas. Cody Robinson with the win. Donnie Miller in the Super Stock. A-Mod went to Jason Snodgrass. Economy Late Model, Hunter Duran. Steve Muhlenberg, we know that name, the Midwest Mod winner. And the Pure Stock goes to Mike Smith. Moving over to Kansas City, Kansas, Lakeside Speedway. Pure Stock, Corey Myers. Midwest Wingless Sprint was Wyatt Burks. Shadron Turner with another win in the USRA B-Mod. And Darren Schmidt in the USRA Stock Car. Electric City Speedway. There was definitely some news here from this one, but that we may have to save that for another day. We kind of got to find out a little more about that one. But Butler, Missouri, Friday night, POWRi Super Stock, Michael Muskrat with the win. Pure Stock went to Jimmy Smith. Dustin Dennison in the POWRi B-Mod. J.C. Newell, POWRi B-Mod winner. POWRi Midwest Lightning Sprints, Josiah King. And the Dirt Car 4-cylinder, Jordan Blevins. There was some interesting rulings on some things at this race. I'll leave it at that for right now. We're going to be digging into that a little further, and I will try to get you some information Wednesday about some unwritten rules being enforced there, and some popular drivers maybe being victimized by that. Doe Run Raceway in Doe Run, Missouri, Friday night. 600cc Outlaw Winged Micros, Max Crabtree. Landon Littrell in the 206 Intermediate 8-14. The LO 206 Beginner, Chase Nash. Junior Sprints, Willow Coleman. Zach Whaley in the B-Mod. Brian Worley in the Mod Lights. Brody Bridgman in the Restricted Winged Micro. The Pro 4 Mini Stock went to Kyle Jarrett. And Vernon Kirchner takes the Spectator class. Centerville Super Speedway in Dardanelle, Arkansas, Friday night. Arkansas Factory Stock Brandon Randall, Michael Keller in the Sportsman, Arthur Vick takes the Stingers, and Jace Reed in the IMCA Mod Light. Callaway Raceway in Fulton, Missouri. POWRi classes, except for the one USRA. POWRi Pure Stock, Trevor Wilson, Justin Russell in the Super Stock. USRA Modified, Ryan Middaugh. Back to the POWRis, Cole Henson in the Late Model, Chris Jackson in the B Mod, and David Kirkpatrick takes the Hornet class. Callaway Raceway then Saturday night. They had 2 nights of racing. POWRi Pure Stock, Darren Porter, Super Stock, Darren Henson, USRA Modified, Chris Spalding. Back to the POWRis, Cole Henson again in the Late Model, Jordan Martin in the B Mod, and Josh Clark in the Hornet class. Bolivar Speedway on Friday night. ORP-TV sponsored racer Dayton Newell. Congratulations, Dayton. I'm really happy. I told you, having that affiliation with ORP-TV and having those decals on there definitely did not hurt. He's won a lot. He's won a lot since that decal's been on there. That's all I'm saying. Dayton Newell, POWRi B Mod winner. USRA Stock Car went to Mark Simon, and I realize these aren't really POWRi classes anymore. I took this straight from the My Race Pass page. So it's B Mod winner Dayton Newell, USRA Stock Car Mark Simon, Pure Stock Robbie Jones, Pete Richardson in the Midwest Mod, Hornet class Anthony Taylor, and the Cop Stock Robbie Jones Sr. I don't know if he's lost a week at that class yet. Batesville Motor Speedway Friday night. IMCA Modified Adam Maple, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series / Comp Cam Super Late Model. Ricky Thornton Jr. took the win, Tim McCready second, and Jonathan Davenport, after racing Thursday night at Lucas, went down to Batesville, Arkansas, and ended up on the podium top 3. Then on Saturday night, IMCA Modified Ashton Wilkie, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, Comp Cam Super Dirt Series. Dale McDowell first, Jonathan Davenport moves up a spot to second, and Ricky Thornton rounds out your top 3. Talked to my buddy Larry Hunt from the Titans of 10-5 series. They were at Bonne Terre this weekend and absolutely had a huge turnout. Great turnout, had over 600 fans in attendance, which on a 100-degree day for drag racing, any race, you get 600 spectators. Man, that is a lot. So fantastic. He couldn't brag enough about the turnout and the crew at Bonne Terre Drag Strip and what a fantastic job they did there. Your Outlaw 10-5, Craven Moore takes the win over Devin Brown. Outlaw 8-5, Rich Faust with the win. The 580 Index, Case Huddleston. Brad Scheffler is your 650 Index winner. Damian Korb in the Pro Tree Junior. Jeff Downing in the Pro Tree Motorcycle. Pro Tree No Box. They nicknamed him the Hammer this weekend after the way he was hammering it down. Steve Carlock Jr. I think the world of him. He is a cool. That whole family is fantastic. But Steve Carlock Jr. with the win. And Pro Street, Richard Thomas Jr. over Todd Bennett. Congratulations to all of them, and congratulations to Bonne Terre on another fantastic season. And this is, you're living life right when Peggy Moon shows up. My darling Peggy Moon, I love you and miss you. I hope you're doing well. One of our new tracks, we talked about them last week, and someone asked me about them at the end of the show in the comments, and then I reached out to them, and they said, man, we'd love for you to talk about us. Come on up and see us anytime. Well, I couldn't yesterday. But Thunder Valley Sand Drags, this is in Grain Valley, Missouri. This sounds like a lot of fun, a great track up here, and they have a huge turnout. This is all sand drags, so it's ATVs and some Jeeps and UTVs. We're going to make it up there for sure. So Thunder Valley Sand Drags, if you haven't gone over and given them a like on Facebook, do so. The Pee Wee class, 10 and under, Serena Johnson. How can you not love that? 10 and under Pee Wees, and a little girl named Serena takes the win there. Serena Johnson is your winner. The junior class, 11 to 15, Carter Woltje. Michael Parker in the Sport ATV. Tony Pitts in the side-by-sides. Craig McNeil in the Pro 2 ATV 5 and up index. The Pro competition, Jamie Windsor, and the 5 and under index. So these are fast. This is unlimited. This is the top tier. Ava Windsor, another one of the girls getting it done. She wins the Pro 1 ATV. So good job there, Thunder Valley Sand Drags, and we hope to get up and see you soon. While we're talking about drag racing, Scott Palmer, everybody knows Scott Palmer. Everybody knows Scott Palmer, and if you know him very long, you probably have a Scott Palmer story or have heard some. Well, he suffered a crash in his Studazilla. That is he has a Studebaker that they put a 10 to 11,000 horse nitro funny car motor in to make it just an insane vehicle. That's what Scott does, is insane stuff. His Top Fuel Pro Mod making an exhibition run at Mid-America Dragway. Titans of 10.5 runs up there sometimes, Mad Dragway. Saturday night, had a wreck, broke his wrist, has some stitches, but nonetheless, he is, for all intents and purposes, he's okay. He was injured, obviously shook up. The Studazilla has damage to it. More importantly, Scott has some damage, but you ain't gonna stop Scott Palmer. That's just a minor inconvenience there for him. Scott Palmer, he's gonna have a cast and has some stitches, and he'll just have another story. Scott Palmer, we wish you the best, and we know you'll be back at it soon. One of these days, he might slow down a little bit. I wouldn't count on it too awful much. Mr. Torres, thank you for accepting the Thunder Valley Sand Drags into the ORP TV family. Man, it is our pleasure. It is absolutely our pleasure to have you here and be covering it, and I hope that some of your fans and your racers enjoy seeing us talking about them and post it up. So thank you so much, my friend. Moving into Saturday night racing, starting out in the high end of the alphabet, Valley Speedway, right up there next to Thunder Valley. Valley Speedway, Mod Lights, Dylan Rafferty. Good grief, Dylan Rafferty taking another win. I think 4 of the top 5 were the Rafferty crew. B-Mod, Daniel Charles, and Cody Brill in the Valley E-Mods. Springfield Raceway, we could hear them running up after midnight last night. They had a huge turnout for this one. POWRi Midwest Mod went to Austin Harrell. Tanner Foster from the Missouri Go-Kart Midwest Kart Racing Association. That's Kenny Foster's son. Tanner took the Legends class. Congratulations. Late model went to Mitch Keeter. The mini stock front wheel drive, Alan Matney. Jody Tillman in the POWRi Pure Stock. Anthony Old Fastball Ferreira. Anthony Ferreira takes the win in the POWRi Midwest Mod A class. And the POWRi B Mod, we could hear him running last night. Man, I wished I'd have been there. Ryan Gilmore with the win. Congratulations there. Salina Highbanks in Salina, Oklahoma. B Mod, Dalton Ragsdale. Superstock, Brandon Jarvis. Randy Fraley in the Pure Stock. Trophy 1 feature went to William Avia. CJ Phillips in the Trophy 2 feature. And Mike Moschak in the Factory Stock. Nevada Speedway, Saturday night. POWRi Midwest Mod, Mitch Coulter with the win. Rocky Stone in the Outlaw 4-cylinder. I love that name. Jimmy Smith in the Pure Stock. Mini Stock went to Josh Barker. POWRi B Mod winner, Bobby Williams. Dustin Beasley in the POWRi Super Stock, not Duper Stock. Vintage class was Jack Simmons. Monette Raceway. Over there, if you were at Monette, I hope you stopped by the Whistle Stop and picked yourself up something, adult beverage to enjoy the rest of the weekend. USRA A Mod, Mickey Burrell is your winner. USRA B Mod, Victor, Kyle Slater. The POWRi Midwest Mod, Kyle Thompson takes the win. Robbie Bratton takes the POWRi Super Stock. Melvin Breesy in the POWRi Pure Stock class. And Bombers, Landon McLaughlin with the win. Lucas Oil Speedway, after their big race on Thursday night, they came back Saturday night. 410 Sprints winged, Garrett Williamson. Late model, Justin Wells. And Rodney Schweizer in the USRA Stock Car class. I-44 Speedway, Riverside in Oklahoma City. Junior Sprint Micros, Kelsey Fisher. Cameron Reed in the Restricted Micros. Mod 600s, Blaine Bunton. David Jacobs in the Turf Tire Micro. Non-wing micro, Brecken Reese, and he came back and also won the A-Class wing micro in the Tuners, Jerry Cantrell. I-35 Speedway in Winston, Missouri. USRA Modified, Tyler Hibner, he about owns that class. USRA B Mod, Corey Myers. USRA Stock Cars, Nick Haynes. John Bowler Jr. in the Pure Stock, Midwest Limited Late Model, Paul Glendening, Casey Burnett in the E-Mod, Harold Robb Jr. in your Sport Compact, and Bryson Bosick is your Junior Sport Compact winner. Federated Raceway in Pevely, Missouri. This is the track, the Ken Schrader track up there. Dirt car classes. Trey Harris in the UMP Modified. Brent Thompson is your Pro Mod winner. Sportsman class winner, Lee Stuppy. And taking the checkers in the Sport Compact is Philip Sandel. Central Missouri Speedway, Warrensburg, all Power I classes B Mod, Terry Schultz. Blaine Ewing in the Super Stock. Peyton McDowell takes the Pure Stock. Kenny Prince in the Midwest Mod. And Stanley Kreisel is your Power I Lightning Sprint winner. And 81 Speedway, wrapping up our dirt track racing Saturday night, Park City, Kansas, A-Mod Johnny Cammon. Kenny Sweet takes the Super Stock, and Titus Bortsfield in the Mini Stock. Yesterday, Pro Motocross. This was from Budds Creek in New York, continuing the undefeated perfect season. There's only been, I believe, 3 perfect seasons in AMA Supercross, or Motocross rather, where there's 2 motos. So if you're not familiar with motocross, I'll make this real easy here for you. It's Moto 1, Moto 2. You get 1 point for first, 2 points for second. Add them 2 together. Lowest score wins. If it's a tiebreaker, lower position in the second moto wins. Only 3 times has someone had a perfect season where every race, first place both motos. Ricky Carmichael did it twice and Bubba Stewart did it once. Well, now, after Budds Creek, Jet Lawrence is 1 race away from turning in the 4th perfect season, but the only rider to ever do it as a rookie. So he takes the win. Big brother Hunter Lawrence takes the 250. So Budds Creek Motocross 450 class, Jet Lawrence with the win. Aaron Plessinger, who if you saw him, he's looking more and more like the comedian Gallagher. Jason Anderson rounds out your top 3. That's really only funny if you saw him and know who Gallagher is. 250 class, Hunter Lawrence with the win. Justin Cooper second, Joe Shimoda third. This one, the first moto, Hayden Deegan had a giant lead. Then they had a rider go down hard, had to restart, and he had a bad start then. Cost him the rest of the day. Right now, Honda is about to do something that has never been done, and that's sweep all 5 of the championship. So you had your Supercross last year, 450 champion Chase Sexton, 250 East and West. Jet was still riding 250 then. He took the one, Hunter took the other, so you had Honda take all 3 of the Supercross. Now, outdoor, Jet has already wrapped up the 450, and Hunter pretty much just has to start next week, and he will win that, and this will be the first time one bike maker has won all 5. Huge, huge deal here for Honda, and just really glad to see Joe Shimoda up there on the podium. Moving over to NASCAR, this wrapped up just a little while ago, quicker than I thought it would. William Byron takes the win, Denny Hamlin second, and Christopher Bell rounds out your top 3 from Watkins Glen International. These results brought to you by AAA Race Show. Austin Aziz, the absolute best. I can only hope to be as good as him. Xfinity Series. Yesterday, Sam Mayer, that looks like his junior high yearbook photo, but nonetheless, he takes the win there. Sheldon Creed second, Parker Klingerman third. I believe Ty Gibbs ran top 5 today and led like 75 of 80 laps yesterday and got bumped and went around by Sam Mayer. So a great weekend by Ty Gibbs, but no trophies to show for it. Sam Mayer takes the win at Watkins Glen in the Xfinity Series. NHRA just wrapped up a little while ago. Antron Brown with the Top Fuel win. I just love that guy. He is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Ron Capps is your funny car winner, and Dallas Glenn in the Pro Stock. There's a look at Antron Brown, longtime successful motorcycle drag racer, moved over to Top Fuel. Big win for Ron Capps, his 75th career win. That's a big one. Congratulations to Ron Capps. And there's Dallas Glenn. Happy there. Great racing all across the board. I want to thank you guys. We got out of here. It's 25 after. I tried to get it done in about this amount of time. I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for all the support that you're giving me. I saw a lot of you at the racetrack yesterday, and I tell some of y'all that I love you. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, if you're friends with me, you're going to get told that you're probably going to get hugged, and you're going to hear that I love you. Whether it makes you uncomfortable or not, that's for you to deal with. Because someday when old Stag's gone, you're going to say, you know what, that fool used to hug me and tell me he loved me all the time, and I can tell you I mean it. I love y'all. Thank you for being here, supporting us, and sharing the love. It means the world to me, more than you'll ever know. Send me a message, orptvmedia@gmail.com. You can even send me a text, 417-872-9854. I will answer 100% of the time. I might even you reach out to me first, I might just start calling you and texting you, and you'll think, boy, I wish I hadn't started that. We'll be back here Wednesday night. Got some big birthdays coming up this week. We'll tell you about them on Wednesday. And I hope you all have safe. Stay hydrated. And you forgot to give Austin his birthday. I didn't spank him either. I tell you what, we're going to compound interest on that. He might just get, I don't know if he's European, but there might be no, there's not going to be a French kiss coming. Austin, love you guys. All of you. We'll see you back here Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Let's make sure we got some sound here so we can get our big rookie race winner, Danny Aziz. We'll see you guys later. For ORP TV, I'm Stag.
See you next time. ORP TV.